So it's time for a new reading vlog because it's Monday. It's August 5th, I believe. It is officially last week of vacation, which sucks because I'm so ready to go back to work yet. But yeah, I thought I would try to do this last reading vlog before going back to work. So hopefully I get a lot of reading done this week. Might be questionable because I have a book that will probably take some time to read. But I thought I would tell you guys which 2 books I'm currently reading, which will therefore be my #1 priority to finish this week. The first one is Oathbringer Part 2 by Brandon Sanderson. I am currently on page 106, so I'm definitely not that far along. I just pretty much started it. I don't really know how thick it is, but it's looking kind of chunky. This one is actually thicker than part 1, so this is 745 pages, and I've read 106, so got a couple of 100 pages left. But yeah, I think this one will be my #1 priority because, well, it's one of my reading goals for this year to finish all of the Brandon Sanderson books that are officially out. So yeah, I'm really liking this series so far. I really liked the first part and I flew through that, mostly because I read it, the majority of it, on my e-reader while away on vacation in Belgium last week, which is also where I started reading this one. So I'm just going to continue working on this one. And then I also have another book I've finished. I read 16 pages in it, but that is Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. This is actually on my TBR for the month, and not really hooked on it yet, but like I said, I've only read 16 pages, so we'll see how it goes. And besides those books, I haven't really decided anymore what I'm supposed to read, because I feel like both of those books would take up a lot of time. But I don't know, I might feel like reading a contemporary or some middle grade or something, just to mix it up a little bit. But yeah, those are pretty much my reading plans. And today, besides that, I really need to film my wrap up, because I haven't done that because I come home last night from my trip. But it's a big looking pile, so I'm pretty pleased with it. And I also have some books to pick up that I read while I was away. So, more books, yes. But yeah, I'm gonna read some, maybe have some breakfast, just oh, she's 9 a.m. now. I've been awake for an hour, but yeah, productiveness. But yeah, let's get reading. I just picked up another bookish package, so I don't even remember how many books there are. I don't know what books it is, because I ordered these books before I went away to Belgium, so we're just gonna see. And since I'll actually have these books in a real book haul later in August, I'm just gonna show you guys the books and tell you the author's name and stuff like that. So nothing in depth about them at all, because that will be in a book haul. So the first book is Starfell, Willow Moss and the Lost Day by Dominic Valente. And I think there's supposed to be some kind of magic in this, and there's I think it's the day Tuesday that is actually missing. So yeah, it's a cute little middle grey book. Really need more of those. Oh my look at the cover, that's underneath the dust jacket. That's so beautiful. And that is Don't Date Rosa Santos by Nina Moreno. We have Carry On by Ren Burrell. Book 2 in this series actually is supposed to come out very soon, and I just figured it's time to read it because I've been wanting to for so long. Lovely War by Julie Berry. Noughts and Crosses by Mallory Blackman. Dimple Met Rishi by Sandaya Manan. I've actually already read this one, but I have it as an ebook and I really loved it, so I wanted a physical copy. Now we have Second Chance Summer by Morgan Matson. This is the only Morgan Matson book I haven't read yet. I've been wanting to for so long, but the main character's dad is dying of cancer, and I just felt like that was hitting a little bit too close to home, because a few years ago my uncle passed away from cancer, which is the reason why I haven't read this one, because I felt it would be too hard. But we'll see whenever I'm ready for this one. A middle grey book, which is really short, and look at that spine, that's so beautiful and coppery. But this is The Stormkeeper's Island by Catherine Doyle, and it's just a cute cover. And then we have The Paper and Heart Society by Lucy Povey, middle grade book. And this is Undercover Princess by Connie Glynn, and this is the Rosewood Chronicles. Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. This is the I don't know, I want to say 14th copy I have, but I'm not sure, but I think it is. And I don't have this one, and Jamie has it, and she's brags about it. So I wanted it. It's such a cute small little copy, but I didn't have it. And just look at that gorgeousness. The Wordsworth edition, I think it's called, really pretty. And in the same editions, I have The Wind in the Willows by Kenneth Grama. Really cute. And the back as well. And I really want to read this one. And then I have another one I haven't read before, and this is Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson. And it's just so cute, and they look so beautiful together. Those were all of the books in this haul. I definitely need to slow down with the book buying again, because every time I go on a book buying ban, it goes really well, and then as soon as I stop being on a book buying ban, it goes nuts immediately. So, wow, that's bright. I don't really know what's happening, because when I was in Belgium last week, I barely had any reading time, but at night and like in the car and stuff, I'm like waiting for dinner at the restaurants and stuff, I read a lot. Just face it, a lot. But now when I'm home and I don't really need to walk around for 15 freaking hours a day, it feels like, and I have more reading time, I'm reading less, because I'm on page 136 in Oathbringer part 2, which means that I've read 32 pages today. And she's 5:30 p.m. It is not going well, but let's get cracking. So it is Tuesday, it's August 6th. I didn't end up reading as much yesterday as I wanted to, but I did read a bit in Oathbringer Part 2 by Brandon Sanderson. I read about 102 pages, so I'm currently on page 206, which means I've made a little bit of a dent in this book. I'm really enjoying it so far. It's very eventful, and I really like the fact we get to know the character Dalinar better, because we get like flashbacks from like 30 years ago, 35 years ago, 11 years ago, and we get to find out what happened to certain people and why he get like the name Blackthorn really, and why people think of him as a kind of a brutal man. And it's really interesting reading, and it is brutal, but it's really nice to see how much he has changed and everything like that, and I really do enjoy reading it, and I really like the fact we get like flashbacks from different characters depending on which book it is, because I really feel like we get to know them a lot better, and we get to understand their choices better and everything like that, and we always get like a big character development from that point onwards, and I really enjoy it, and I feel like a lot of shit is supposed to go down in this book, so hopefully I'm right. I mean, some shit has definitely happened already, but yeah, we'll see. But I'm really enjoying it. So I haven't read any more in Assassin's Apprentice, but I really do hope to be able to read this one this week as well. But yesterday I started figuring out what I wanted to read more than those two books, if you even get around to that, because Oathbringer, it's one hefty book. But yeah, I really want to read Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, because apparently I am making my way through the Harry Potter books, and this is like 430-ish pages, but it looks so teeny tiny, and I love Harry Potter, and this has always been like my favorite Harry Potter book, and I haven't read it in like 2 years, so maybe it has changed, who knows. So yeah, I really want to read this one, and I actually think that I'm going to finish Oathbringer, and then I'm going to read Harry Potter, and then I'm going to go back to Assassin's Apprentice, just because, you know, Harry Potter is a really quick read, and I just need something else than really heavy fantasy. So why not a middle grade book that I read 5 billion times, you know? I have 539 pages left in Oathbringer, so I really feel like it's doable, but on the other hand, it's Brandon Sanderson. I also kind of always read his books really slowly, so we'll see what happens. So it is Wednesday, August 7th. I have to say reading went pretty darn well yesterday because I ended up reading a little bit more than 200 pages in Oathbringer Part 2, which means that I am on page 406. So yeah, I've read pretty much 200 pages, and I am surprisingly quick at reading it, I feel like, but that's probably because I've read a lot of it as an ebook. But yeah, I read more than half of it, and I really want to finish it tomorrow. But we'll see how it goes because I have to read like 170-ish pages today and tomorrow to finish it. So we'll see, but I'm really liking it so far. We definitely get to learn about a lot of like new stuff, and there's so much action and shit goes freaking down, and we get to know a lot more about the characters and like their pasts and everything like that, and definitely a lot of twists and turns that I didn't expect at all. I'm really liking it so far. And yeah, I'm really sad to see that this is the last book that is currently out. We don't have like a release date for book 4 yet. We don't even have a finished book yet, so it might take like a few more years even. But yeah, I'm just gonna make the most of it, I suppose. So yeah, I just really want to plow on through this one so I can read Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban later. But yeah, back to reading. Hi, so now it's Thursday, it's August 8th, and I haven't updated since I think yesterday morning. She's like 3:50 p.m, so she's quite late, but I've definitely been reading a lot. Today I think I've read about 125 pages or so today, and I have 100 pages left of Oathbringer Part 2 by Brandon Sanderson, and holy shit, this book is so freaking good. Like, I mean, honestly, I have 100 pages left, and shit is going fucking down, and it has been for like the last 100 and like 200 pages or something. I don't even know. There's just so much action and deceit, and you don't know who to trust, you don't know what's going to happen, and you just like you get to see a little bit tidbits of things that they think is going to happen, and it makes me want to cry because I don't want them to happen, and it's just so hard like trying to tell like the characters like don't do that, and I'm like, oh, just don't. And I feel like I'm gonna cry now because there's just so much feelings and emotions right now, and it's so freaking good. And I just I have 100 pages left, and I don't want to put it down, but I might have to. But I definitely feel like I'm going to power through this today because it's only 100 pages, which will admittedly take me a long time because it is still a Brandon Sanderson book, which takes me a long time to read. But holy crap, I need to know what's going to happen. I mean, people are switching sides, there's powers and the radiance and evil dudes and just more evil dudes and weird shit going down. And I'm just praying for all of my characters to make it through. And I don't know, I just have a feeling that we will be left off with this huge cliffhanger for whatever reason. Because, I mean, I think it's supposed to be like 10 books in the series or something like that. And this is only the 3rd book. And we don't even have the 4th book release date yet. So I feel like I'm going to be left heartbroken and so mad because of it, in the weight of the 4th book. So I don't know why I'm reading this now, honestly, because I feel like it will break me apart, but I need to read it. It's so good, you guys. Hi, it's Friday. She's like 9 a.m, a little bit after, and I'm so tired. And just ignore my hair. But I ended up finishing Oathbringer Part 2, and it was so freaking good. You never knew what was going to happen, and then all of the different powers, and like, oh, it was so freaking good. And we're just praying for your favorite characters to pull through. But I don't know how I'm supposed to wait for book 4, because this was ridiculously good, and there was just shit happening all the time. You never got like a breather in between, and it was so awesome, and there were so many unexpected things, and so many twists and turns, and I was just barely hanging on for the ride, but it was amazing. So yeah, now I finished it, and I actually picked up Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban since I want to reread the books, and I didn't get very far before I passed out. But I read about 41 pages, so I mean, I made a little bit of a dent in it. Plans for today and Saturday is to read this, and hopefully I will be able to read Assassin's Apprentice as well, since I don't have this as an ebook, but I do have Assassin's Apprentice as an ebook as well. So I'm probably gonna read Assassin's Apprentice while I'm out with the cat, and like after lights out and everything like that. So yeah, I need to finish this one quick so I can finish Assassin's Apprentice, because Assassin's Apprentice is actually on my TBR. Harry Potter, however, is not, but I know I'll read this one quickly because I read it 1,000 times and I love it. So I feel like I've been somewhat productive today, because I washed like a shitload of laundry, like seriously, like so freaking much. It's not even like humanly possible to have that much laundry for these 2 weeks. But I did all of that, and while doing so I listened to my audiobook. So actually I listened to like, I don't know, 2.5, 3 hours or something, from Shadow Rising by Robert Jordan. And I also baked a cake because it's my boyfriend's birthday tomorrow, it is my mom's birthday tomorrow, and it's my birthday on Wednesday, so it's a lot of birthday parties. But yeah, I made a chocolate cake, I'll show you guys later. So I listened to some audiobook while doing that as well. So I might have listened to like 5 hours this week or something like that. I don't really know, because I did laundry, I baked, and then I also listened to some audiobook while like cleaning and stuff. So yeah. And I also finished a book right now, like 2 seconds ago, and that's Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I definitely should have finished it last night, because I could have, but I did other stuff. But I just finished it and I loved it so much. This has always been my favorite Harry Potter book, just because I love Lupin and I love Sirius Black, and there's so much action and just Snape being mad all the time, and also the murderous map. I really like that. So yeah, it was a wonderful read, just as always, and I loved it, and I just flew through it. It reads so quickly. So yeah, I finished it and it was awesome. And now I'm supposed to go out, do my workout exercises for today, which today I'm just going to take a walk for about half an hour, and then I'm going to do some strength exercises. But the weather is still looking a little bit gloomy. Before it was pouring down rain, so I mean it's looking a little bit better right now. But yeah, I'm just going to go out, do my exercises, and then when I get back I'm going to exercises like I said. But then after that I'm just have to eat some dinner, then I'm going to continue reading Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. I did read this on my e-reader last night, but I didn't get very far. I don't know, I read maybe like 20 pages or something like that. So I have to get some reading done in this, because I will not have a lot of reading time tomorrow since all of the birthdays. So yeah, but now I need to go work out, which will be really calm and relaxing, and I really like it. I sort of turn into a training freak, I feel like. But yeah, today walking, so that's good. So yeah, I'll be showing you my cake next, I believe. Cake. So good. So I actually forgot to wrap up this vlog, because I didn't end up vlogging anything except the cake. on Sunday. So I'm too lazy to go get the books, but I ended up reading 76 pages of Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. I thought it was a little bit dull based on the pages I read so far. I have more thoughts about it in the next vlog, but yeah, that's my thoughts so far into it. And then I also finished Oathbringer Part 2, which showed 641 pages in. Absolutely loved this book. It was so eventful and so much action. You get to know so much more backstory, and I love the characters so much. And like I said, so much freaking action, and it was like impossible to put it down for the last 300 pages, and it was amazing, and I loved it. And I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, because how could I not? And then I also listened to 5 hours and 18 minutes of audiobook, and the audiobook was Shadow Rising by Robert Jordan. Like I said, this is not my favorite series. I feel like all of the books like average on 3 stars for me, and I feel like that might be the place where this book is going as well. But yeah, listened to a big chunk of it, and yeah, it was alright so far. And I also finished reading Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. That totaled 435 pages. And I finished it, loved it. I read it 25 plus times, and I'm crazy for it. Love the character, love the plots, love the magic system. I just love Harry Potter in general, but we all knew that. So if I have counted correctly, I ended up reading 1,152 pages plus listen to 5 hours and 18 minutes of audiobook. So I'm pretty darn happy with that. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this reading vlog, and yeah, I hope we see each other in the next one. Bye!